pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
So Mark, we've had some days like that in the last 6 weeks.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Approval of agenda.
Move to approve.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Approved minutes for January 26th, 22nd, 26th.
So move.
Support.
All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed.
We got some
Let's
bills.
do the, yeah.
Bills.
Let's do the accounts payable and then we can do this regular special. February 5th, regular 293, 598, 83, EFT 98, 6, 12, 37 for a total of 392, 211, 20.
Move to approve that we pay the accounts payable for February 5th.
Second.
I'm trying to find mine. There we go.
I've got mine here somewhere.
12.
All I have are payrolls.
Right here, stuck in between.
Okay,
Now there's the payroll.
all right. Thank you.
It's a one pager, half page. Right there.
All right.
Show your hand out.
Okay, I got it.
I'd like just a couple minutes here to
All
look
right.
them over.
Got a question, number 260, Board of Public Utilities for repair to the garage, is that for the,
Login, for the login.
Yes, that was the wire that got pulled down with one of the boxes.
and you got the Board of Public Utilities down to 11?
I guess.
It's their sewer and water.
They do this.
They do their own, yep.
Yeah.
Look at Camden. That'll really impress you.
Are we done with regular oil now?
For,
The individual fills.
yes, yes.
Okay.
There could have been maybe some stragglers at the end there, but we should be done.
So we've never had a problem getting salt when we needed it, have we?
We run a little low, but we haven't run out or they've kept us above 40.
Okay, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
signed that one, haven't you?
All done, huh? Okay. Payroll dated January 28th, special, 16,674.22. January 29th, regular, 179,8676. January 12th, regular, 173,044.61.
I move we approve the payrolls.
Second.
Any discussion? If not,
Well, I think it's not a surprise, we've had a fair amount of overtime here the last little bit, but I heard several good comments as I've gone to township meetings about the job the road commission has done, so, yeah. And, if we wouldn't have worked any overtime, it would have been an entirely different story.
Entirely.
Yeah.
all in favor, signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same.
It's been a long time since we've seen snowbanks like we.
Yes.
I was impressed how quickly they kept the shoulders plowed back. I realized that first time plowed every time, but. My wife seems to think we should go for our house when we sell it, because we get plowed first every time.
Put that down as a plus.
Yes.
Well, you're not far away, that helps.
What do you want to do with these?
Mark,
You're gonna stick it on, just in
All
that
the
pile.
same one?
Yeah.
Another set.
That's fine, I go through them afterwards.
All right. I don't wanna mess up the works.
Trust me, she won't let you.
I think you've already signed those, Mike.
Yep.
Treasurer's report.
Beginning cash and investment balance is $2,576,964.61. Total receipts was $904,816.10. Total in, bills and payroll is $752,916.79. CD reserves for 2 trucks is $699,184.70. Ending available fund balance is $2,029,679.22. And outstanding accounts payable is $295.31.
Any questions?
Just a question, I guess, with regard to salt. Obviously, we've used more than we have the last several years. How does that affect the price we pay, let's say maybe the next time that,
It doesn't.
okay,
We get it through my deal, and so it's a set price for the year. We order a certain amount, we have to take at least 80%, we can take 120% if need be. Right now, we're about at the 100%. Well, on order, they still have to deliver it to us,
Yeah.
but, so, I think with this decent weather coming, they'll still continue to haul a few trucks a day into us, and we'll be sitting okay.
so about what percent of full capacity are we on salt?
Right now, remote.
Okay, so we're not even like at 50%?
Oh, no, not even close. We're probably, as of a guess, 20%. But we still got about, I was gonna say almost 4,000 tons on order.
Okay.
So they still gotta,
What is our full capacity approximately?
about 6,800.
Okay,
And then we got our 4 outlying garages too, that hold a few hundred apiece, so like another 1,000 between those.
So the 6,800 is just
Here.
this. We might have been in trouble had we not had the new salt barn in a year like this.
Yeah, compared to the size to the old one, yeah. But they kept it hauled in. Well, I don't think we had any more than what would have fit in that barn anyway, to start with.
To your knowledge, were there any counties that ran out, or not to your knowledge?
I don't know if there's any counties that ran out. I knew a few villages and towns that did.
The salt mine shut, landscapers and that off, so that they could just concentrate on municipalities and road commissions and MDOT.
I buy my beef supplements from Superior Farm Supply on the east side of Montpelier, Ohio. And I was down there a week ago. It was one of those nicer days, and I said something about, sure looking forward to spring. And gal says, well, I'm not ready for it yet. She said, we got some stuff we need to sell. But she did make the comment, she says, they sold 4 semi-loads of salt this year, to people who have snow scraping and salting businesses. She says, we can't get any more. We're out and we can't get any more. So that goes back to your comment about, or yours about shutting.
That's what they did.
Yeah, they even shut down a lot of the companies that are hauling to the municipalities, only allowing them so many trucks or so many tons a day.
Yeah.
And they had to divvy that out between all theirs. So even though we've got 3,000, 4,000 tons on order, we're only getting a couple, 300 at a max a day, because that's all the more they can afford to send us, they're sending them to everybody else
Yeah.
too. So they're giving a little bit to everybody to try to keep everybody afloat. So far it's worked.
Yeah.
I think we still got a minute. Yep.
MDOT could pull from other garages.
Mhm.
I don't think we can do that. Can we?
If there was another county that had enough and wanted to, we could, but probably the same boat we are.
Not this year.
Yeah.
Okay, 10:15. We can do mineral aggregate.
Alright, so that's 1226.
Yep.
1220? Yes.
Okay, so we have 2 bids here, one from Stone Co. and one from Carr Brothers. First one is from Stone Co.
Where did I didn't shoot.
Should be in your package.
This is the clicker.
Thank you.
There's the next one.
Alright, so. Have you got for different garages?
Yes,
Okay, so
and pickup.
delivery location, the Hillsdale garage. Now, wait,
This is Stone Co.
Yes.
Stone Co. They have crossed out the 29A crushed natural and says MDOT 29A crushed limestone. So that's what they're bidding on, is crushed limestone versus crushed natural, which would work for us. That would work fine.
That's a line item on here too.
Okay, so it is limestone. So for the Hillsdale garage is $25.70 a ton. Osseo pit is $25.70 a ton. Watkins pit is $27.40 a ton.
Which pit?
Watkins,
That's a little closer to them, or?
farther away.
yeah,
So
How much was it?
2740, the others were 2570.
Yeah, okay, that's,
Stevens Pit is 2520. Pittsburgh Pit is 2520.
which one's Pittsburgh Pit?
Mhm.
They don't, there's none on here.
I got a McClellan and a picked up.
We'll just make a Pittsburgh pit.
make a line down below.
And then McClellan is 2740 a ton. And the picked up is 1620 a ton.
And the Pittsburgh Pit, was that 2570?
2520.
Same as Stevens.
And if we pick it up, where would we do that at?
That's at their,
And then Musket.
if they specify it out. They don't have anything that specifies it. We will have to check with them. So it's usually either Moscow or the one in Homer, but I don't know if they've got limestone there.
As long as it isn't Lambertville.
Go clear over there.
That's probably where the limestone's coming from.
Yeah, we'll have to contact them. All right, the second one is from Carr Brothers and Sons. All right, so they have the 29A crushed natural listed. For the Hillsdale garage is $34.65 a ton. Osseo Pit is $35.70 a ton. Watkins Pit is $34.65 a ton. Stevens Pit is $34.65 a ton. Pittsburgh Pit is $36.75 a ton. McClellan Pit is $34.65 a ton. And the pickup price is $26.25 a ton.
Is this just crushed stone?
This is crushed natural.
Crushed natural stone.
And again, I would have to double check to make sure what location we would pick it up from. I don't see anything added here.
So is this what Van Brunt has hauled for us in the past, or is it something different?
No, this is, for seal coat.
No, this is strictly a stone 29A for the size for seal coat.
Okay,
That wasn't on the original aggregate bid, and so we had to redo just for that one.
okay.
Don't we usually have them bring it in?
What's that?
Don't we usually have them bring it in?
Usually, yes, we have it stockpiled and then we haul it as we use it, depending on where the chip seal projects are. We'll have it hauled into those pits.
So they give you the price on crushed limestone?
Nope, just the crushed natural.
Just the crushed natural.
Or at least they didn't change anything on the bid, it shows crushed natural.
Okay. Asking.
That's it for bids, right?
That's it, well, that's it
For
for
that.
that bid, yep.
Yeah.
Yep, there's only two of them.
What about you?
Can you double check with with Karen just to make sure Joe doesn't have anything over there?
Have them go,
She did earlier, but
go again.
Isn't the 29A crushed limestone what we wanted to go to for chip sealing?
yeah, actually, we wanted to,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Also, the price is quite
Substantially different.
substantially different.
I would have guessed limestone would have been more.
I don't know if the 29A, because it's so small, is kind of like a byproduct of
Yeah, it could be.
what their other crushing does.
Yeah, they might screen it out.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's what, yeah, Kevin was really wanting to try and go to limestone this year. I said, well, usually like you said, limestone's usually more expensive, and we'll see how it comes. And
We got about 9 minutes, we can do a little public comment.
But don't we have to make a motion and stuff on this first? But, right?
We can.
we should.
But, did she? Nothing more. Nothing more. We got it.
I move to go with Stone Cove for the 29A crushed limestone.
I'll support the motion.
Any discussion? If not, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same.
Easy choice.
That was hard.
Now we can do some public comment. You got nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, man, we're doing that good a job?
I'm just on a fact finding mission today.
Oh.
Now we get to the bottom of it.
No.
Which if I go with Nippy, I'm just gonna stop somewhere and make up something.
All right, we'll just wait till.
We thought maybe you just wanted to spend the morning with us.
If I did, I wouldn't tell you that.
We haven't got any coffee, so. You think there's a bunch of farmers running this place?
You mean because there's no coffee?
Not much free. Even Bob brings his own.
Are you a coffee drinker?
Just for a shout out, my wife sets the coffee pot and it's ready for me when I get up in the morning.
You've got a very nice wife.
Oh, my God.
Mine does that for
I
me
don't have
too.
coffee either.
But by the same token, I looked at it in the thermos and make another pot for her, so it's ready when she gets it.
Ah,
Oh,
smart man.
Wow. I'm learning new things.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah.
So it's not any better, it's probably worse, actually.
I can go over some of my stuff, I guess, if you
Okay.
want until we.
yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Let's see, I got a letter, actually, we talked about this a meeting or two ago, about the dams. At
Oh, yeah,
the,
Culver Dam?
yeah, no, at
Mosierville?
Lewis Emery.
Those are the proper dams.
Ah.
Those are
Right.
coffers.
So I got a letter from Eagle, their dam division,
Aptly named.
saying that, basically, the Lewis Emery County Parks Pond number 6 dam, needs to be inspected, and that has to be submitted to their office by December 31st of this year. So they give us a couple options of, we can hire an engineer to come inspect and do whatever, but they also offer an option that they will come and inspect it. And I believe they will do it at no charge.
Ooh, we know which one.
So they are in bad shape. Just so you know, all of them, that particular one is the one that goes underneath State Road from Pond 6 across. So that's basically, once anything else lets loose, that's the last controlling structure before it goes out. I think we need to have the state come in and inspect it, tell us what we can and can't do, what needs to be done, and even hopefully to somehow remove that structure and put in either a coffer type dam or just a equalizing tube and let it be what it is. Because I think the only reason for those dams were to hold the fish back from the rearing, when they were rearing ponds, so when the fish couldn't go from one pond to the other. As long as that's not the case anymore, I would say we need to look at not only that one, but all the other coffer dams that are associated with those ponds and have them do the same thing, because they're all put in at the same time, they're all gonna fail about the same time. See if there's a reason why we can or can't just put in equalizing tubes, and I think that'll take a lot of headache away from everybody.
We'd have to cut the road, put a tube in, wouldn't we?
You would, yep.
Would that need a match since they're local roads?
State road, isn't it?
But inside
It
the
could,
park?
Yes,
yep.
So then
Inside the
that's
park,
the
sorry,
county-
local roads.
That's the county, Hillsdale
Yes.
Township.
So
yes, Hillsdale Township.
that might be, well, even with the township, by going to those would be one, a cheaper fix, and in the future it'd be far cheaper too. So we might have to deal with the township, we might have to see how we can go about doing that process. But one way or another, some of those structures, at least the one on Pond 6 is in horrible shape, and the state knows it.
That's the one's got the rerod showing.
A couple of them do, but that one's the worst. So I guess I would say, I'm asking, are you okay with me contacting the state and say, come out and inspect, and we'll go from there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Hopefully we
They're
can come up with
gonna
it.
be involved in it.
One way or another,
One way or another.
Eagle and the Dam Commission's gotta be involved, so
Yeah,
might as well get them on board
Yeah,
and see what they have to say.
So my way of thinking would be that particular one, since it goes under state road, which is the primary road, the township's not gonna have any.
No, that one would.
that would be on
Responsibility.
us, but the others are
Yeah.
part of
Yeah.
it.
And I'm not sure how it actually goes under state as to whether an equalizing tube can be done without messing with the road, is what's already there, or I'm not sure how it goes, but one way or another, it'll probably need to be removed and or replaced or done with an equalizing tube.
Any idea when that was put in there?
It's old.
100 years ago?
No, I think those was dug like in the 30s, wasn't they?
That's almost 100 years ago.
Well, you're right there. I'm thinking, you know, it's 1980 something. Haven't changed much. Hey, my newest, no, I did buy a newer tractor a couple of years ago, but before that, my newest tractor was a 1981, so.
Well, this doesn't say when it was done, but their bolded thing says, instead of engaging a licensed professional engineer, local units of government may request the Department of Environmental, Great Lakes and Energy to inspect the dam and prepare reports as outlined above. And so they talked about what it has to be, so.
No, I think you better get hold of them.
Okay, and then we'll do that. And that notification has to be to them by March 1st, so I'll get that set up. And I think it's time.
Yep, right on the money.
And that was really the next.
All right. So again, we have two bids. One is from Michigan Paving and Materials, and one is from K-Tech Specialty Coatings, which is also Bitmat.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The first one is from Bitmat or Clink, or K-Tech, whichever you want to call
They got plenty of names, don't they?
them. Yep. But again, this was a bid that had to go out because we didn't have tack on the,
No one bid it before.
or nobody bid the tack on the other. Okay. So, let's see what they've got. here.
Hold on.
So, in lieu of the SS1H tack, they put in an alternate product of LTBC-2. And that delivery price is $2.52 a gallon. And the pickup price is $2.44 a gallon. And that's actually picked up at their K-Tech Specialty Coatings, 111 West Garfield Street, Ashley, Indiana.
So the picked up was $2.48 a gallon?
$2.44, sorry.
44.
Delivered was $2.52.
That price I haven't delivered.
Yeah, for all the more that's between the two.
Is there a minimum on order to order to have them delivered?
That's why I was looking to see if they put anything in like that, but,
Yeah, I don't wanna come with that.
cause all we have to store is our distributor. So it might get a short load price,
Yeah. What's the distributor hold, like,
3,000,
3,000?
I believe.
maybe about 5 6. They deliver to a job site?
Probably not. I don't know if we'd want them to either. We'd go to a pit and transfer from their truck into ours, just in case something happened that would be
Correct.
contained. So no, they don't, they didn't put any kind of minimum. We'll have to ask them. Okay, and the second one is from Michigan Paving and Materials. So they did specify the SS1H tax at $4.10 a gallon. And that, he says, that price is quoted, picked up at the Jackson plant at 1600 North Elm in Jackson. So at that point, you could pick up, you know, whatever the distributor could handle. They've got a 20,000 gallon heated tank for storage of that material at the 1600 North Elm Street location.
So these two bids, should they be compared? So we don't even know what this LTBC2 is.
It's and I believe I talked to them back before they submitted the bid. That's just their version of, a lot of emulsions are proprietary, and so every company has their own special blend of what it is. That's their version that they use for tack, as trackless tack.
Well, there's a big difference in price, so.
Yeah, have we ever used it? A substitute?
Not that I know of.
So we don't even know if we'd like it.
And the only thing would be, I mean, we could try it, I guess, but
Just,
if we drove down to get it, the driver would have to have the right certifications on the CDL to go
State.
interstate.
out of state,
Interstate, not intrastate.
And not all of them have that.
Right.
I got it,
I do.
if I don't let me drive.
How long of a drive is
We don't
Ashley?
let you
Neither
drive.
one of us, they wouldn't let
How long
us.
of a drive is
We'd have to take
Ashley?
our own truck.
And
Yep.
what would they have to,
What would you say, Ashley's probably about
It's probably
30,
close,
40 minutes?
40, it's probably close 40 mile, I'd say.
And the Jackson plant is probably right at an hour to get from here to there.
They wouldn't want me hauling it because I got 10 5-gallon pails.
and doesn't, who goes picks it up?
I haven't got any liquid.
The tanker driver,
Oh, yeah.
whoever's got the bid. And if they don't have the correct license, we'd have to find somebody that has the correct license to at least go get it picked up.
So
And we have a few.
who did we get our tech from last year?
Michigan paving.
What about the stone? Don't it have to like match with the,
I think the truck's good.
No, this is cat to have asphalt.
Tag for Indiana.
what am I
We
thinking?
don't, do we know what?
So this,
gotta-
so this, just so you know, this isn't
Yeah.
chip seal, this is the tack to go between the existing asphalt and the new asphalt we're laying on.
Do we know who paid last year?
Mhm.
I don't have it offhand, but
That's fine.
it's probably
Asphalt,
that same, it's gonna be in that same four something from Michigan paving. I wanna say it was probably even a little higher than that. It was, I wanna say it was like 415 or 420
The price
something.
difference is tempting, but there's things with it.
well, asphalt materials last year did it, and we had to go clear to Oregon, Ohio to get it.
We did?
We didn't,
Oh.
went to Jackson.
No.
They never said it was clear down there to Oregon, Ohio when they did it.
Would you wanna entertain accepting them both and then we can try both?
I like that
That's
idea.
not a bad idea.
I don't know what the other, they're supposed to be the same, it's supposed to be a trussless tack, which is both trussless tack.
And we've had things before that were supposed to.
And if they deliver it, maybe,
If they could
we'll see if
deliver
they deliver a 3,000 load would be okay, but then we wouldn't have to go
Yeah,
Right.
to
get
get it.
it, but, it's up to you.
And it's worth trying, you know, if,
And if one doesn't work or one doesn't have it, maybe we can go with the other one, either way, we can go pick it up.
I would move, we do that, accept both bids, give management the options.
Any discussion?
No.
If not, all signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. Motion carries.
All right, so I guess I continue on with my stuff. Let's see, we've got a vote for you to elect a CRA Southern Section representative for the CRA Board of Directors. This is for a 4-year Southern seat. Tom Donellan from Huron is on the sheet, or you can write somebody in, if somebody would like to write him. How would you like me to?
Just, if he's the only one, it
All
don't
right.
really matter.
He gets the vote then, all right.
Vote for him. And we'll hope he does a good job. I don't know the guy, but
Well, if you don't, then we can blame Bob.
you know him. You do know him?
No,
Oh,
probably if I saw him, I would, but
and we can't blame you if he does do a good job.
let's see, I'll go on to my update. Alright. As a reminder, the Southeast District meeting is May 4th, we're hosting it. So we'll have that at the Lewis Emery and
May 4th.
May 4th. let's see, right now, the crews, like you know, have been out plowing snow, knocking drifts back. They've got some pretty good drifts that they had to handle, and took the graders to knock some of them back. I know at least the one on Concord Road is probably about 6-7 foot tall, where that just drift there by Litchfield Road. They've done a very good job, as far as I'm concerned, of getting everything beat back and keep the roads open as well as possible. The wings have helped. Of course, most of them are on the state trunk lines. I think there's only like one, maybe two that are actually on the county roads. But between the wings and working a lot of overtime, as you see that, you know, you had to sign off on that. They were in a lot of days at 4 o'clock in the morning and stayed till 5 or 6 in the evening, and then come back and do it again the next day, every time the wind blew, you know, so hats off to those guys. Currently, we're out cutting trees. We're gonna have one crew out chasing like the tree requests that we have for dead trees that are a hazard to the road. And then another crew is out doing canopy on like lengths of road, like a mile section of road. They're just taking the canopy out for different projects and different things that we got going on. As we talked earlier, we're kind of holding our own on salt, and we've got pretty much everything that they've allotted us, we've got on order. It's just a matter of when it comes into us. So, you know, hold our breath and knock on wood and hope we continue through, and at the end of the year we can look at trying to fill the barn for the next year and then start off again next year with a good spot. Let's see, going on to some of the projects that we got coming up, of course, is the finishing up the safety project from last year on Jonesville Road and Concord Road. Jonesville Road will start where we left off last year, about Thompson Road, and go east to M49, and that'll complete that section. And then Concord Road is going to go from start at Sterling Road where we ended last year, go to the North County line, and that'll finish that. We're going to be kind of tight after, you know, discussing it with the staff that, you know, those two sections are considerable sections to get done in 1 year. So we'll be tight. We'll have to watch our pennies on that for that project, but I think we'll do okay.
That's, we gotta do the work?
No, that's contractor, but that's just a lot of money to lay out that one way. I'm still working with I guess the lady that owns it and the realtor or surveyor on that little 1 acre block of land on Pittsford Road. That's where the road seems to slough off a lot, and it, you know, we're having issues with it anyway. I proposed to them last week that basically if they allow us to go in and kind of reroute the road a little bit, we would look at either giving, or I think at one time you guys had actually offered to give it to them anyway, but that land in exchange for being able to change that road over. And at that point, I think we'd have to split the land to the people on one side to let them have access, and that's actually where it's sloughing anyway. And then pick up a little bit of land on this side. Their intent is to still keep that house there. They want to use that as a summer rental or something like that. But we would have to take out a fence row of pretty good sized trees and cut that ditch back to get the road to move over enough. But if we can get that done, that'll help with that whole issue.
How do they feel on that?
The resident seemed to be okay with it. She said she had to go back, talk with her husband, and talk with, you know, probably their surveyor and their, you know, seller and all that, you know, but we'll have to see how that works out.
So just for clarification, are we talking about moving the road to the west?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. But the acre of ground is farther down. I don't know how we ever accumulated that, but we've had it for years and years and years.
Oh.
But it's just an acre out nowhere. And
One square, out the middle.
It's not close to the road?
Oh, the road runs right through it.
Yeah, the road
okay.
runs through it, but it's way south
Okay.
of it. And
so we've got like this acre, and the road kind of runs through it, and we want to like move it over just a little bit, so shorten up on this side, actually make the land bigger on this side, but get the road away from where it's sloughing off.
Yeah.
You know, all that's within that acre. Right?
Originally, that little house they're talking about, that went up at auction. So I went to the auction to find who was gonna buy it. Well, I found the guy that was gonna buy it, and what I wanted to do was trade part of his front yard for that acre. And he was all for it, but Stan never went for it.
So it sounds like now they're buying both of those, the property owner on the south is buying the property on the north, which will box in basically that little 1 acre. And if we can get the road moved and then give that away, we'll be done with that little area and get the road mixed over. I got my listening ears on, and I forgot to tell you that part of that, the safety is also territorial road from the county, the west county line to M49. So that's also part of that.
I knew a year ago, we talked about doing that.
And she says it's not safety, it's a grant.
That's what I thought too. I was like, isn't that federal aid?
Yeah, it's federal aid. Yeah.
You got an earpiece in or what?
No, but she listens
She
to
can
the.
hear through the wall.
And I get little texts here.
So
Ah.
basically, you can't say
See, we're
anything
using-
bad about her.
We're using high tech here.
That's why I thought maybe you had an earpiece in.
Earpiece.
All right, let's see. Tree work. Acre. Already talked about the dam. I resent the road use agreement for Pivot, which is one of the solar companies that's asking to put in drives and stuff. It's one small one down in Reading off of Card Road and one up in Somerset, off of Somerset Road and Vickery Road. So they made some changes to the road use agreement. They still want to try to go with the bond. I'm trying to assist on a escrow, cash. So I forwarded it off to McChrysop to see what's your thoughts. What's the pros and cons? The way this one seems to be worded though is it's saying we will do this at the end, and then they're putting in like $275,000 to fix the roads at the end. I want some assurities that'll actually get done. I was on a Zoom meeting with both the Pivot Energy and their bond and insurance, surety people, and they stressed that nope, the kind of Pivot, they'll sign this and they'll say it's gonna get done, but the surety's the one that's gonna make sure it gets done because they're the ones holding.
Right.
So more to come on that, but I just sent it off to McChrysop to get their thoughts on it too. So basically what I'm asking them is a bond or surety to re-gravel Somerset Road, repave with a 2.5-inch overlay on Vickery Road, which is technically Jackson's portion, but they're down here. And then a 2-inch overlay on Card Road and they called out whatever's in section 14, which is it's from M49 east about not quite a half mile, maybe a third of a mile or something. And that's really the only places they're going on our roads. Everything else goes on state roads. So more to come on that. As I briefed or sent out to all of you, we are putting on the frost laws come Monday at 6 a.m. We've posted it on the web. We posted it on Facebook. And with all this warm weather coming, we need to protect them. Unless you have any questions on that. Let's see.
I guess,
This Monday?
yes, coming.
Yeah.
16th.
President's Day, the 16th.
So I have a question. I know in times past, the road commission has had somebody out there to enforce the frost laws. Is
Not
that,
really, I mean, I don't think you've had a
We never
We don't
had
have
one.
a
weighmaster in quite a few years.
but, I mean, I can remember when it happened.
Now, that's been quite a few years ago.
It was probably.
We had an in-house weighmaster.
Yeah.
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 What do
No,
other
that was not a
counties?
Waymaster.
Other counties are like us.
They're using them,
You use the state weighmaster.
Yeah, MDOT.
If
They're
you
not
seem,
MDOT.
if you seem to have an issue or you find somebody, you can call them, you know, I don't have a problem stopping a truck that's overweight
and we
and
got
calling
quite,
MDOT and telling them to, or not MDOT, the state troopers and having them come up.
Commercial enforcement.
we got quite a few hanging around here too. I know on 34, there's a lot of them,
State troopers, enforcement officers,
yeah, and they'll go anywhere as far as if they get a complaint, they'll go right there.
will they go on a gravel road, for example?
Oh, yeah.
Anything that's
Because,
got a frost law on it.
because I know that I've had reports, let's put it that way,
There's always gonna be people out there overloaded.
yeah.
There's always gonna be somebody
Yeah.
pushing the
If
envelope.
we see them and we know it, we can address it at the time, but
I already told all my farmers, if you wanna haul, you better be hauling now.
well, it's the same with the weight restricted bridges.
Yeah.
They know it's out there, they know the signs are there,
Yep.
but they're still gonna run over them. So we can do what we can.
I sent a text message to one farmer I know that the cross laws were going on Monday. His response was, well, I heard they couldn't enforce them, and I responded with, fool around and find out.
We have had a couple of the agricultural, permits come in. And we're fixing a thing with Oxcart to close the loop on that, but just the natural one, but we're not issuing any like specific overweight. So that says it's our discretion and that's a totally different separate thing. But, so unless there's something unique, we're not permitting any overweight. Let's see. As always, they're always still out coal patching. Got another load the other day, and the guys seem to be happy with that. And once it sits there a while, it kind of dries out, and it's not as good to use, so we got to kind of
Mix it up a little bit.
don't mix it, no, because then it just makes it all crappy. So, well, if we got some, and we did have some that's in the barn, we had to scoop it out and just put it off on the side, and we'll use that for fill on a bank, or, you know, when it's, like, things are sloughing off, you can use that. But, our 2NS sand, which is the sand that we mix with the salt, is we've ordered and we've got it all in, I think except for another 225 ton we're waiting on, but other than that, we've got it in, we're mixing it, we mix it with the chloride flakes, put it in the barn so it can stay dry, and when we need it, they mix it with the salt, and that's what goes to the outline grinder. Heather's got the grade inspection submitted for the safety projects. She's working on revising it, hoping to submit by the end of the week. Oh, they had the grade inspection, then she's revising the submission. Then she's working on the programming packages for the federal aid and the small urban projects for this year as well. We're putting together a request for a proposal for design and engineering for the Leslie Road Bridge and the Mojaville Road bridges that were selected for the 2028 funding. And then we met with Jennifer Wartz last week, and she's planning on submitting the application for the earmark this Friday or tomorrow. We're just waiting on a couple letters of support from like the township and, you know, to submit with it. If that goes through, and if that happens to go through, that'll give us 3 bridges within a couple year span. Not too bad. So.
we're going to apply for some more here
Yep,
by
we
the
always,
first of April.
last year we were limited to 3, I imagine they'll limit it to 3 again. Even though they've got, with all this new funding, there's another 100 million earmarked for bridges. We'll see how that affects, you know, the actual submissions and whatnot. I would have to say they're gonna just call for 3 again. And so we'll take our highest 3, cause now we've got these 3 kinda taken care of, we'll take our next highest 3 and submit them and go from there.
Usually get one, don't you, or none?
Well, there for a while, we didn't even submit for any, so, and then we've been submitting here for a few years, we didn't get any for the first 2 years. And then we've got these, and so it's, the state's placing a higher priority on funding and fixing bridges, so,
They should.
yeah, there's a lot of,
I mean, we got basically a third of ours with load limits on them of some kind. There's
we
3,
got 90-some bridges, I think.
there's 3,
We got 14 load rated.
yeah, there's 3 or 4 bridges in Wright Township that are not shown up here, that were all built in the 50s. And
There's a lot of them.
they've got load limits on them, but they're still in the 50 to 60 ton
They're
range.
still higher, they're,
Yeah,
yeah, I guess I just wanna clarify, this map only specifies out 30 ton and lower.
Yeah.
Cause that's what our trucks, school buses, fire trucks can handle, you know, above 30, they can be on. So these are only identifying ones that, like, per se, we can't run our trucks over.
But even though we get this money, there's still cost share involved in it.
Oh, definitely, yes, as a minimum, it's a 95.5,
Either.
And then if
either
it's a local road-
commission, yeah, if it's a primary, it's all on the road commission.
Yep.
If it's a secondary, it's jointly with the township.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted that.
Yeah.
Notified.
and that's all 3 of the bridges that we've got are local bridges that take a match. So it'll be 2.5% to us, 2.5% to the township, and then the rest.
so have we heard any more from Amboy Township in regards to that tube on Buckeye Road?
Let's see, Buckeye Road, west of Tripp Road culvert, Amboy Township, she says, will let us know if they plan to replace it in 26. They haven't given us anything. So that's that one. The Somerset Road, north of Stewart Road, the township does not want to replace it this time, and it will remain closed. But we are, because of all that, we got an interested resident that's down there. We're gonna meet with Eagle on site to,
Try to meet with Eagle.
we'll meet with them, trust me. On site to see if there's something that we can do there, because, and I don't say that the resident's not wrong, but the inlet, the outlets on both sides are smaller tubes than what they're saying we need to put in for this one. So the bank full width there, they're calling it 19.5 foot, but there's only like 8 foot culverts on upstream and downstream.
Don't make sense.
Don't know, so hopefully we can meet with Eagle on site, look at it all over, hope that they can give us some other options.
Flood, which was gonna go first.
We can get a common sense resolution.
From Eagle?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a first.
Am I dreaming?
Yeah.
They can't even spell.
Yeah.
Not when they watch our video here. Day Road east of Kelso, Pittsburgh Township still has to let us know whether they want to do that one. Tamarack east of M99, Ransom's got to let us know if they want to do that one. Frontier Road south of Burt, that contract is signed, the culvert's on order, and we'll replace it this spring when we get to that section. Bacon Road east of Rumsey Road is a primary road, there's no contract needed for the township, and we're planning to replace that this year.